We are gearing up to get things underway here. We have Mo Jasm, head ADCC organizer at the judges table. He's stepping in.
Judge.
And you know what? It's because the head ADCC judge, Jay Regabudo, is joining me on commentary.
Oh, this place is electric and packed.
Starting out in the plus 99 kilogram division, Mike Perez making his way down to the mat. Autos representative black belt under Andre Galvão. He has had such an incredible tournament. Coming in, he's not a plus 99 kilogram competitor, Jay Regabudo, but U.S. Trials winner in 2013 and 2015. He shared the mats with the highest level of competition and has consistently gone toe-to-toe with the world's best athletes.
Yeah, incredibly well-rounded. Listen, I think he did the right thing, especially jumping in late. I think he realized that his speed, his wrestling ability, his ability to attack the legs could do a lot of harm in this plus 99 division, and it sure has paid off because here he is in the finals against B Team's Big Vince Pizzuto.
Coming in off of a dynamic display of catching a submission off of a takedown defense, nearly getting put in a situation where he could have lost his match, actually.
Yes.
Rolls underneath for the knee bar, catches the submission. A huge competitor, even for the plus 99 kilogram division, representing B Team. One of the, man, adding to the list of killers that come out of Craig Jones's B Team.
Yeah, and again, this is a David Goliath situation, but I don't think Perez is intimidated even a little bit.
Well, you know, today we've had a good mix today, Jay, of Goliath winning sometimes.
Yes, you ain't kidding.
Texas, a three-time ADCC veteran representing Autos, Professor Mike El Patron Perez. Here fighting out of the blue corner from Las Vegas, representing B Team, Vince Pizzuto.
All right, these will bump to 8 minutes, Jake, for the finals. 4 minutes overtime if needed. Points will engage at the 4-minute mark of regulation. Perez in the black, white for Pizzuto.
And now, much differently than the rest of the day, it is, you could hear a pen drop in this place, the intensity.
Yeah. Not going to be able to guard pull, straight to a guard pull, at least here in the finals. You're going to have to take an attempt on a shot, and after 3-4 seconds, then you'll be able to pull safely. But I really think Perez may think his speed can pick up a leg and get this to the ground. You see Pizzuto almost inviting it.
Perez has been so upbeat anytime he's not on the mat. You have conversations with the guy. He's just so excited to be out there competing.
Mercy grips here as they circle to the outside. Pushing towards the fans will get them back to center.
Man, look at the height difference between these two.
Like you're saying, Vince is big for the division.
Looking for a cheeky wrist lock, Mike Perez.
And, you know, Perez is doing a good job of keeping him off his head. You can't let somebody the size of Vince, can't let anybody on the back of your head, but especially giving up a size disadvantage here. The last thing he needs is that big old meat hook of Pizzuto hanging on the back of his head. There it is, trying to use the speed a little bit to get to the outside.
And you had mentioned it on several occasions, Jay, that is really where Mike Perez has the advantage in the plus 99 kilogram division, is just his speed and his agility compared to the bigger competitors.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've seen it before with Nicky Rod, you know, before he got established at B Team and all that. Like, he was able to use his speed in this division. And I think Perez is in a similar situation.
A lot on the line here. Winner secures their spot at T-Mobile in
Perez
August.
is a 3-time ADCC vet, you know, already, so he's used to this rule set. And I like that. Just not letting. And listen, making Pizzuto move a lot here, right? It's make the bigger competitor have to move around the mat, have to, you know, there's a fatigue factor that's going to play into this as well.
Yeah, Perez, a competitor, takes his strength and conditioning very seriously.
All that being said about Perez, Pizzuto picks up a leg and puts him on the ground. It's going to be a whole different story real quick.
Yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, Jay, the dynamic changes a little bit in the finals with the inability to pull guard safely, right? You will give up a negative point if you pull guard.
Yeah, and it has to be an attempt. You can't just grab a leg and then, you know, look to sit immediately. Like, you have to put effort into it. Calling for action. Calling for action from both competitors is veteran ADCC vet, referee Jarno. Underhook.
Yeah, sort of a shallow underhook for Pizzuto.
He might be trying to get that head and arm collect. Now he's looking to get double unders.
We'll look at the single leg by Mike Perez, head on the outside.
He keeps peeking it. I think that's his best route, to sweep that single from the outside. And I mean, even if he's able to get behind Pizzuto, maybe jump to the back. Putting Pizzuto down is going to be no easy feat, even if he does get to the leg. There's the elbow pass, and see, he's looking to create that angle and move, and he's fast enough to do that in this division. Just create that little bit of an angle and use that to his advantage. And he can do that when he's clearing these ties, when he's pushing the elbow to the inside. It's all creating uneven opportunities for him. And just like I say, Perez moving around to fatigue him, Pizzuto hanging on that head is fatiguing Perez too.
It's funny, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big key, I believe, in the next 4 minutes, 20 seconds. If Pizzuto is able to continue to do that, it is tiring.
Exhausting. We're about 12 seconds away from points being in.
And so far, not a lot of high energy movements from either competitor, so you gotta imagine both are still relatively fresh.
I mean, as fresh as you can be after an
that.
event like this, but look, Michael Perez.
Oh, that was off
Guillotine.
the shot. Oh, look at this. Perez is gonna 4-point him here.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like he's gonna, let's see.
That arm is under the chin.
Ooh.
He's gonna go to turtle.
Doesn't look
Smart
like
by
he scored.
Pizzuto.
Yeah. That was off the shot from Pizzuto. Perez made quick work off the neck. He's trying to Katagatami this guillotine here. Now he works his way around.
Will he be able to find that second hook? That first hook is blocked by the arm.
Pizzuto's got that leg. He's going to try to sit him on a hip here. Crucifixed up now.
Great opportunity for Michael Perez.
I think Perez got to be patient here. You got this big guy down. You're, chest to back on him right now. Not losing control of these arms, and he does. Yeah, Pizzuto will be able to get that, not only get that out, but he will move to top position. There won't be, any score on that because they were neutral out. So Pizzuto will be top player inside the closed guard of Atos's ADCC veteran Michael Perez. El Patron tries to invert.
At the moment he opens his guard, Pizzuto quick to drop those hips.
Yeah, I mean, he might be able to off-balance him. He could K-off. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's trying to do, K-off, get onto a leg.
K-guard, a very popular position, try to initiate those leg entanglements.
For sure, and when you're trying to off-balance somebody the size of Pizzuto, starting at his ankle and pushing in the hip is going to be probably the easiest way. I assume every time Pizzuto stands up, you're going to see him try to drop his hips down. Yeah, and try to get into off-balance.
And Pizzuto is perfectly fine with reinitiating that closed guard as well.
So big.
2 minutes left in regulation. Still 0-0.
Pressure down. Pressuring forward here a bit as Pizzuto. Perez able to lock that guard back off. Well, we are getting close to overtime already in this first finals here at the Westgate.
Westgate Ballroom filled with knowledgeable jiu-jitsu
Dude,
fans.
I love it around the mats. I love having the fans around the mats for the finals. Well, it's like that all weekend, but a little more intimate during the finals.
And each of them are at risk of a competitor crashing into them.
One blast double away from a from a rough night. Butterflied off from the half guard. Trying to get a little elevation, but man, Getting Pizzuto up off his hips is going to be difficult. I think this is his best bet, going close guard so it forces Pizzuto to stand, and that can give him access to the legs. Strategy-wise, I think El Patron's doing the right thing here. 2-on-1. Perez's bottom. 40 seconds to go here.
Perhaps some ill-advised advice from the audience.
That's got to be coming from a B-team guy. 30 seconds to go. Pizzuto back to the feet. Again, tries to KO. You see Pizzuto catching the leg before it can go inside, too. Oh, this time Perez able to get it behind.
Looking potentially for the X guard there. 18 seconds, though. It looks like this one might head over into overtime, Jay.
You got to imagine the amount of time Pizzuto has spent with people like J-Rod and Damian and Nicky Ryan over at B-Team. He's been in this situation so much. Probably every time he stands, they're doing similar things to him. So he's addressing it perfectly. And we are into overtime. This will be 4 minutes.
This is where things get interesting.
Now, again, same rules apply. You can't just pull guard. If you want to get to bottom position without being penalized, you will have to take an actual shot and try to take your opponent down.
Well, how it went to the ground before was a well-timed shot by Pizzuto. The defense from Mike Perez came from an offense. The guillotine looked very close, reversed it, got nearly on top.
That was a strong counter from Perez, mounted on top with a guillotine.
And you got to wonder who's ahead in terms of the score at this point, because the ADCC judges take the entire match into account, not just overtime.
Who's been starting the action more? And Pizzuto,
that's a good look for Pizzuto.
Double, and there you go through the crowd.
Hard to see what's happening here on the edge of the mat.
It looks like he does have him seated, Perez. Let's see where they bring him back to center. See. Man, he blast double. They were about 5 feet away from the crowd, and he started that double.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes ADCC different. If Perez gets taken down, so does the crowd.
Okay, so we ended here in a front head off the shot.
See if Perez can snap the big man down. Down to Turtle.
Yeah.
3 minutes to work.
And who knows, if maybe, I don't think it would have been a bad idea for Pizzuto to pull from there. Oh, look at this. And he's going to drop down with the guillotine.
He's got the full guard.
Arm in, Pizzuto fighting the hands.
Can he make this submission happen? He needs to crunch his body to the side as hard as he can. It's going to be more difficult with the arm in.
Now, they were neutraled out, so there won't be any kind of penalty or anything for this.
This is a submission attempt as well.
Correct, and they were already in a neutral position, so he could have taken the bottom position without being, off of the shot. And once they got to the knees off the front head, neutraled it out.
Now Pizzuto, he's doing the right thing. He's charging inward, keeping shoulder pressure. Perez fighting to get the turtle. 2 minutes.
Yeah, off on the side. Listen, Perez has had some big moments in this match, Jake. Some really big moments.
Now Perez put in the turtle position for the first time.
Let's see what Pizzuto can do. Yeah,
now back
good move.
In the guard position.
Good move by Perez. Trying to butterfly back off, see him pummeling that left leg in. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't try to K. Yeah, already trying to K off on that far side. At least get back to a closed guard, which he does. Smart move. Now let's see, he'll unlock K off. And again, at this point, Pizzuto's anticipating it and able to collapse right down on the legs immediately.
Not a lot of offense is coming off of him collapsing, and it seems like it's going back in the closed guard again. But here we see Perez trying to initiate a similar attack to what he did earlier, maybe trying to turn this into X guard. I like that idea.
Yeah.
See if Pizzuto sits back on the foot here with the man.
Pizzuto's weight going away from you. Him over top of you just is not good. Last minute here.
Plus 99 kilogram division final.
They'll heave it off to his right with a scoop grip is Perez. Heavy on the head. Pizzuto from top.
My heart is beating so fast.
I know. We got just under 40 seconds to go here in our first final. Trying to control that top leg.
30 seconds.
Still controlling. He's trying to stuff that thing to a butterfly. It looked like it'll go closed. Opens the guard this time. Doesn't even wait for the K. Trying to drop down, get that weight heavy, head over the far shoulder.
Looks like this one is going to come down to what the judges decide. Will it be Mike Pizzuto of B Team or Mike Perez of Atos?
All right.
Moving to T-Mobile Arena. It's out of their hands, Jay.
Judges will confer over who they believe put the work in this last 12 minutes.
The judges will decide if David really did beat Goliath or if the Philistine made it happen this time.
Referee Jarno over here conversing with head judge Peter.
The judges say no cameras, no cameras.
Trying to get the camera over
no
there.
No paparazzi.
Get it out of here.
I love it.
Yeah, listen, Vince did a ton of shooting, controlling the top position. I just wonder if the two guillotines, you know, that were the counters for Perez, if they weighed heavy enough to have him making his 4th appearance at ADCC, or Mr. Pizzuto be making his 1st.
Nicky Ryan seems very sure in the corner of Pizzuto that he did enough.
Yeah, and there's some serious discussion. When you see them talking this long, this is a tighter decision than people think.
And it was such a tight battle. I mean, through and through, it was even.
Yeah.
Mike Perez had some big moments with a couple different guillotine attempts. I mean, if you go by submission attempts, Mike Perez had the submission attempts of the match. None for Michael Pizzuto, but Pizzuto did have a lot of positional control.
And the submission attempts isn't criteria. It plays into it, but it's definitely not the main criteria. Yeah, and there is serious discussion going on here to figure out who our plus 99 champion is going to be.
Man, this is the moments. Feels like time is standing still. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to FloGrappling.com as well as @FloGrappling on Instagram to tune in to all the news, articles, and updates surrounding ADCC and all the other events in the jiu-jitsu world. But it looks like the judges have rendered their decision.
All right, let's see, Jake.
Oh, and Michael Perez! David beats Goliath!
4-time now ADCC veteran Mike Perez jumps into the plus 99 and did exactly what he thought he was going to do.
Mike Perez is going to the T-Mobile Arena, Jay Regalbuto. Let's take a look at the replay of some of the highlights of the match. Talk us through them, Jay.
All right, here we go. Mike Perez, again, definitely undersized for this division. I don't believe he weighed in over 220. And there's the guillotine, the shot from Pizzuto, and him able to snatch the head and turn him over. Now here's that shot that went into the crowd. And when they reset in that front headlock, and he's able to pull it back into an arm-in guillotine and come away with the victory. West Coast Trials, ADCC plus 99 champion, El Patron, Mike Perez.
We've got our first ticket punch to the World Championships here at the West Coast Trials. Mike Perez takes the above 99 kilogram title. You can catch all of the 2024 ADCC World Championship coverage right here on FloGrappling. The action's going to be going down at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and we'll have every second of it live on FloGrappling, the best grapplers on planet Earth, August 17th and 18th. Don't miss it. We'll be right back. Quick commercial, and then we're moving on to our next final.
It's time for the under 99. welcome Michael Pixley.
My grandma do voodoo. Fuck it, now I'm playing with that wood. We just talk the head off of boots. You can't even stand with my crew. I'm just trying to get bigger. Staying independent, getting rich. I can't fall victim to the system. The fool, you're a killer. I'm just trying to knock me out of pistol. I'm just trying to
Fighting out of the red corner from San Diego, representing B-Team Jiu-Jitsu, the real Adam Bradley. Fighting out of the blue corner from Granite City, Illinois, two-time college national wrestling champion, representing Pentagon Submission Fighting, Michael Pixley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again. Adam Bradley, Michael Pixley. Adam, very upright. Needs to be a little bit more careful, I think, with the wrestling pedigree of Michael Pixley, Jay.
Yeah, well, Bradley is definitely, you know, the veteran of the sport with these two. Michael Pixley has a
big foot sweep.
Heck of a specialty, and I'm sure Bradley isn't, you know, now Bradley's able to use this bottom position, right, where he's probably going to be strongest against somebody like Pixley. So the takedown, there's no points, so he doesn't have to worry about the points, and it got him to the bottom position.
Look at this aggressive passing by Michael Pixley, though.
North-south. Again, that's that loose passing when, you know, if you're Pixley and know that maybe a weakness could be the legs, right? Why put yourself down into that position with Bradley? Stays on his feet, able to get himself north-south, where he has way less vulnerabilities from here. And with arms like that, Darces, Anacondas, things like that are going to be much easier to sync up as you have somebody turtling, like trying to not get mounted, not get their back taken.
Yeah, he's a great build for the 99
really
kilogram division.
Athletic, too. Beautiful foot sweep to put Bradley to the mat, and now he's north-south here. And, you know, one thing this rule set also does, these judges won't let you just stay in like a dominant position, or if you're the one up in points, they won't let you just sit there and try to cook it, you know. Tight north-south here. And there you see the called action on the top player. They want him to be, since he's the one in the driver's seat, they want him to continue to try to advance position, continue to try to finish. Looking on a north-south choke here. Jake, he's got that head facing the other way. You see Bradley trying to turn his head in.
Man.
Pixley, good control on the opposite side, too. You see his right arm overhooked on Bradley's arm. So he's making Bradley have to fight this with a single arm. You see him trying to punch it in to try to move the head away, create enough space where he can at least turn his head in. But again, where is he going to turn? He's going to turn in and allow his back to be shown. It might give up Darces. There you go. He'll release it. Pixley back to the feet.
In the corner of Pixley is Heath Pedigo, as well as Jacob Spatchzilla Brooks.
And again, this distance here, right? Bradley needs Pixley close to him. He needs connection, needs to get underneath him. So Pixley playing from this bit of distance and being able to move to the outside is definitely going to play into his advantage as far as what Bradley is able to do to him. Again, it's another one of those ways to win. You know, Bradley's ways to win are more than likely going to be into the legs or some type of back take, something like that. And I think these type of passes keep him away from being underneath of you. And it's fatiguing to be that person on the bottom, constantly having to regard somebody walking towards your head.
Yeah, Bradley definitely a very technical competitor. Perhaps if you're looking in terms of jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu, might have a slight edge, but Pixley, this game plan is definitely working out for him, and he has had this strategy. He's had a lot of matches like this. Adam Bradley in the semifinal had a match that was not at all like this versus Cal Payne.
Yeah. And again, and not that Pixley couldn't step into points are on now. Here we go.
The crowd loves
calling points.
Get involved. Now, Pixley had a lot of success with that around style of passing earlier, very early on in the match, able to make that opportunity happen for himself.
Yeah. Gripping up here. Now, and again, you see Pixley's not just going one side, right? He's going right side, then he's going left side. Then he'll just bring that knee inside, just giving all these different looks so that Bradley's not sure which one is going to be a full-on blitz.
Mixing it back and forth between lifting the legs, snapping down the head, now looking for a double under attempt. Look at the activity of Michael Pixley.
And Bradley was just waiting, right? As soon as he got close enough. And that's what I mean. When you get in Bradley's striking distance, that's where he's going to be able to look for the back. That's where he's going to be able to look to enter a leg. And as soon as he had that distance managed, he went for the attack. That's what I'm saying. It's not like Pixley can't split squat and pass here, right? I think it's that it's in his best interest to not. You're giving Bradley opportunities by putting your knee inside his legs. There it goes.
Very careful. Look at the speed.
And that's what I mean. Look at the effort that has to go into trying to just regard from here. Bradley doing a good job getting that foot across. But again, he's got Pixley controlling that top foot.
So difficult to wrap up Michael Pixley as well. Even though he's waiting for Pixley to come in and give these aggressive pass attempts, it still can't quite get a hold of him.
Yeah, I think moving towards Pixley might create more of an urgency for Pixley to have to move when he wants.
Yes.
But Bradley seems, you know, okay with being in this spot here. I would say here, like having to go into overtime where you're going to have to stand
to the side. This is a good opportunity for Pixley.
Bradley
lifting the hips.
Over. Again, looking for that opportunity to make connection to a leg.
He's got the connection on the leg. Needs to keep the knee frame.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of pummeling his shoulder underneath, but he does have the right leg already pummeled under.
Keeping the pressure is Michael Pixley, but re-engaging back to neutral. Tight battle.
And I think that was the best decision for Pixley in that moment. Was he close to getting to a pass for sure, but you're leaving yourself where Bradley can do something to counter and put you in danger. Back yourself out, restart the process. Especially so close to overtime when you know Bradley's going to have to stand with you to start.
Oh, look at this!
Nice cut through.
Deep underhook. Diving through with the knee cut.
Oh, he's through.
Forcing Adam Bradley to turtle and looking for the hooks. Will he take the back here? Michael Pixley has one hook in.
That bottom leg is dangerously close to getting through. Bradley, good job pushing it away here. And again, you saw, oh, look at this. He might be able to.
He might be able to come up on top here.
Bradley trying to turn hard. He will save him. Oh,
and back in the back situation, one hook in again.
Oh, that leg of Pixley. You see
on
Bradley
the hunt.
trying to use his leg to block it.
On the hunt, and Michael Pixley looks like he might be able to take the back. 45 seconds in regulation.
The over-focus of not letting that hook go in from Bradley just so that he see Bradley trying to sit through to a guard here, and he will get himself in a safer position.
Pixley was looking for that power half to try to force the back situation. Now Adam Bradley finds himself in the deep half guard.
And man, and listen, everything that happened there for Pixley was set up by the previous 7 minutes. By the fatiguing, the constant back and forth to where once he just got him to turtle once. Deep half here.
Oh, look at this!
Oh my
Adam
goodness!
Bradley
Oh my goodness!
with the deep half.
Oh, he's going to score!
Can he score?
He's going to score! Jake, this is going to be.
Can Adam Bradley score here?
Two. Let's see.
Pixley trying to turtle.
Did he hold off? No, it's overtime. Didn't do enough.
Oh my goodness.
Pixley did what he needed to do in keeping himself away to not let himself flatten out for the score. And they're calling for the overtime here.
Much to Adam Bradley's chagrin.
Man, and Bradley put a move on there late.
And now the wrestler looks to fire back. 4 minutes.
Now, unlike what happened in the beginning of the match, Bradley cannot concede a takedown here. He will get scored on if he gets put to his butt here.
Man, what an effort by Adam Bradley. That was so close.
And it was the effort of Pixley of not letting himself get flattened out. Not letting himself, more than anything, be under control.
Could you describe the 75% rule?
So 75% only is for the pass. For the sweep, you have to turn him from bottom to top where you're chest to chest and controlling him.
Understood.
Pixley's pushing away. Pixley's constant turning never allowed a real dominant control.
Understood. That's helpful insight for the people
so
at home.
Exciting, though. My goodness.
There is a difference between a sweep and a takedown
Oh,
opportunity.
yeah.
And a guard pass, rather.
And listen, I will say this, though. Bradley has done a very good job of now giving himself a real opportunity in a judge's decision if he can go without being scored on here.
Bradley appeared very confident on the break there,
Yeah,
making eye contact with Nicky Ryan in the corner.
See that left hand down blocked, ready to go. He's waiting for the Pixley shot.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, that left hand, you see it staying a bit lower. Now he's got it tied up.
Encouragement in the corner from Spatzilla.
Spatz gives the best encouragement.
He literally said, "You're the man, bro."
Some feints here. All right. We're almost 10 minutes in here. Final 2 minutes of this overtime remains. Bradley, collar ties. Over tie here from Pixley. And he blitzes.
Oh, looking for the shot.
Man, I almost think that Pixley had the crowd in mind there, that he didn't want to hurt anybody, because he kind of stopped his motion before they went. Warning for Bradley for action.
It's not a good look going into the final frame, the final 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, so you get 2 warnings. Once the 2 warnings are used up, that's when you start getting negative points for passivity. I will say, like, the warning will not weigh in to the judge's decision. You know, a warning is a warning. Once they start getting negatives, obviously it's affecting the score now, but the warnings don't actually play into it unless it's like a dead even, you know, a dead even tie. And Bradley.
Throw by foot sweep attempt. Big swing and a miss. Final minute.
Both these guys, amazing runs to get themselves here in on the
Sweep
single.
by Adam Bradley. Single leg attempt.
And here's this Darce situation we were talking about. And look at Bradley clearing his left arm all the way out.
Oh, getting turned.
What great offense and defense from Bradley. Pixley.
Now it's Adam Bradley throwing in more collar ties.
And we're at 30 seconds here, Jake. Man, could we go into our second tightly contested
oh my gosh.
judge's decision?
A lot of support for Michael Pixley.
Yeah, Daisy Fresh Crew is here strong. Another attempt from Bradley to get in on a leg. And we're on short time. In on a leg again is Bradley. You know, hey, wow.
And we're gonna see once again what the judges decide. Will it be Adam Bradley or Michael Pixley in the under 99 kilogram division final?
And, all right, quick decision.
Oh, this one was a quick one.
All right, let's see.
And Michael Pixley of Pedigo Submission Fighting is going to the T-Mobile Arena. He's the West Coast Trials champion. Jacob Couch is going absolutely nuts for his teammate. What a performance by that man. So many great matches throughout the weekend. And Pedigo Submission Fighting, such a tight-knit family.
What a cool thing to watch there. Couch hugging Pixley, so happy to him and his teammate.
And let's take a look at some of the action. The real Adam Bradley put up a valiant effort versus Michael Pixley. This was a very tight passing situation. Knee going through, deep underhook. Bradley forced the turtle. And this looked like it could have sealed the deal for Adam Bradley, but look at Pixley keeping up on his elbow at the end of the sweep there. Adam Bradley trying to stay active, trying to keep the momentum in his favor in the overtime rounds. But it was Pedigo Submission Fighting's Michael Pixley that was able to get the job done. That's our under 99 kilogram division final. Michael Pixley's going for the team. Ballroom, Jake Watson joined by head ADCC judge Jay Regalbuto for the above 65 kilogram division final. Jay, it's been quite a day already.
Yes, it has. Some amazing finals, both going to judges' decision. Coming in now, 65 plus kilogram division. Amanda Levy at a precision jiu-jitsu taking on Elizabeth Mitrovic. Amanda, two-time ADCC Trials champion, winner of a West Coast, winner of East Coast in Jersey. Just a few months ago, ADCC veteran of the PFL as well.
Walking out to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
She always has the best walkout music. I have the very lucky to have a close relationship with Amanda. Got to corner her in the other two trials finals. Stepped away to hit the commentary booth this time, being cornered by her brother.
Much to the comedic displeasure of your cohorts.
Oh, much to the comedic expense of my cohorts.
Yeah.
Mitrovic making her way out here. Mitrovic had a very good run, taking out East Coast Trials silver medalist Bridget McLeese to earn her spot here.
Displayed a very flexible and dynamic guard in that match that you just mentioned. Look at the intensity on the face of Elizabeth Mitrovic. You can tell this final performance means a lot to her. She's got her hands full with Amanda Levy. Yeah. This is going to be a great final match.
Big moment here for Mitrovic. Amanda Levy in the gray and black, all black for Mitrovic.
Fighting out of the red corner from Philadelphia. She is an East Coast and West Coast ADCC Trials champion and an ADCC veteran representing Precision Jiu-Jitsu, Amanda Levy.
Let's go!
Amanda Levy in the gray and black.
From Sacramento, California, representing Alliance, the 2023 Nogi World Champion, Professor Elizabeth Mitrovic.
Mitrovic in the black. All right, here we go. 8 minutes on the clock.
I love seeing the classic T-shirt and fight shorts.
She used to be spats and long sleeve rash guards, and once she went shorts and T-shirts, she never went back. It's a comfort thing. Very good wrestler is Levy. You see by the feints, the hand fighting. Again, Mitrovic, very good guard player, but will have to either accept the takedown, take the penalty, or get on a shot of her own.
And Mitrovic also keeping her hips very far back in anticipation of the shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes that leads into snap downs and into situations like this.
2-on-1 here from Levy. They'll move back to center. Levy all finishes, I believe all strangles from the back. Oh, hard feint there from Levy.
These are the reads that a lot of experienced wrestlers are able to make when you pump the fake in a lot of different ways to see what your opponent's going to bite on, and then you commit once you have the read.
Yeah. You know, Amanda wrestles with wrestlers. She does her jiu-jitsu with jiu-jitsu people. Like, she's good at wrestling because she focused on wrestling with wrestlers.
We saw Brandon Reed do the same thing.
A whole different dynamic. Here it is.
Look at that! Big takedown from Amanda Levy, and immediately trying to pass the guard.
Yeah, immediately looking to go north-south here. She's got to get her shoulders lower than the knees of Mitrovic.
And we were just talking about that, Jay, right before that takedown happened. She was feinting, looking for the opportunity, and the moment she had the read, she committed and got that big takedown.
Here's a stack over top, hard stack. Knee over top, gets those arms inside.
Saw Elise trying that strategy on Mitrovic in that semifinal.
Mitrovic's probably so much more comfortable now, right? Closed guard, this is more where she would, again, when you look at ways to win, her ways to win are gonna be from here. Closed guard, trying to get up over top. Third finals appearance in a trials for Levy. Trying to collar tie and pass that arm across is Mitrovic. Inside position on the hips for Levy. Timed that takedown to put herself in a good position, started passing immediately, but Mitrovic did a good job getting herself back to guard.
And Levy trying to get out of this guard position, but Mitrovic's doing a good job staying busy.
Yeah.
Constantly causing Levy to have to think about the safe way to approach getting out of this closed guard.
And the safe way is going to be able to get inside position, stand up, and break the legs.
Action top, action top.
Figure forward off on the body. It's going to start to bring Levy up to her feet.
Oftentimes getting out of the closed guard, you kind of have to put yourself in a little bit of a precarious spot and be ready to defend K-guard entries and different leg entanglements that people go for off the break.
Trying to tie up the arms here.
Calling for action out of Elizabeth Mitrovic.
Yeah, and that's going to be because the guard hasn't opened, right? Guard has stayed closed the whole time. She has to be trying to also work for a sweep as Amanda has to be trying to pass.
Now, Jay, let's say that the competitor on bottom has their guard closed. They're going for kimuras and guillotines.
That's
They're
a different
staying
story.
active. There's a different
Correct.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Little kimura sweep attempt, very traditional.
That'll get Levy up to her feet. She's got a good angle here. She's going to try to open up the guard.
The good old elbow in the thighs technique.
Trying to open up this guard of Mitrovic. And it will open. She tries to push Levy backwards.
Look at this.
And that'll get Levy where she wanted. So she had a strong push forward, but now it got Levy where she wanted, which was back to the feet and out of that guard. Shin to shin here, trying to step back over.
Mitrovic trying to get underneath the leg. Little elevation.
Get stuck here, Liz. Let's move it. Get stuck here, Liz. Come back.
Oh, look at that.
That might have allowed Levy to get a double under here. Yeah, but she's got a hard stack.
From our angle, it was difficult
over
to
the
see.
top. Yeah, both arms are out, allowed her to get.
Yeah, from our angle, it looked like perhaps she had a shot at the triangle, but good on you, Jay, noticing that double under.
Again, lifting the legs here. Moves almost to a butterfly. Yep, very smart move by Levy, getting back to the feet rather than staying there to let her lock up a guard again. Oh, trying to
move
scoop
to the
by.
side. Swinging that leg around, defend the guard.
Mitrovic gets her guard closed off again.
2 minutes, 40 seconds in regulation.
Mitrovic trying to get up and over. Angle cut off by Levy, bringing that knee higher up to the shoulder. Trying to control that arm. She will flatten her back out.
Looking for the, it almost looked like she's looking for the Dagestani handcuff.
Dagestani handcuff.
Grabbing around the back and securing the wrist.
And what that would do, doing that from a closed guard situation, is it really allows her to be able to sweep from the bottom. You need 2 hands. If you tie up one hand, there's no real way you could sweep. That would allow that secondary hand to be able to be used to open the guard.
Could put your hips in position to go for really traditional techniques, such as the Sao Paulo pass, which we saw Marcus Boucher do to Tex Johnson at the World Championship, I believe in 2019.
What an uncomfortable pass that is.
Oh my gosh.
Levy trying to get up to her feet. Knee pull from Mitrovic. Will knock her back forward. This time overhook to her right side for Mitrovic. About 90 seconds to go. Nothing here. Did have that big takedown in the beginning. And there's her double unders again.
So she's able to use this, prefers the outside passing, breaking away.
And I believe so that guard doesn't get locked again. Like, she's been able to be so much more dynamic from a loose passing perspective on the feet, as opposed to Mitrovic just really slowing her down from there.
Mitrovic so comfortable with the inversion and the heavy stacking.
Over top on the guillotine here. Again, she's going to end up stacked on the other side. Double unders. Man, it was almost like Amanda was waiting to catch those legs, right? Stacking hard again.
Reaching for that underhook.
Yeah.
Well, this could turn into an arm saddle.
Yep.
This could turn into an armbar situation if
Mitrovic
is able to throw that right foot through.
Trying to get it through.
Not a bad look for Elizabeth Mitrovic with 30 seconds left. Oh, great posture out of Levy.
Yeah.
25 seconds.
And again, like, something to remember too is that armbar came off of Amanda trying to pass, right? Like, that was something, it was a counter that fed off of an initiation. Levy pulls that foot free. Oh, and brings Mitrovic back to the feet. And
Levy. Looked like she was in on a shot for a second, but we're going to overtime.
All right, here we go. They got to start from the feet.
4 minutes on the clock. Levy was able to get a big takedown before the points came into effect. See if he's able to replicate that kind of success here when the takedown points actually count.
Ready, go!
All right, here we go. Overtime, Mitrovic, Levy. Oh, wow.
Big bite on the feint.
Let's go, Amanda!
And this is where the wrestling experience plays such a huge factor in the ADCC rule set, is overtime.
I mean, even if you're not well-rounded enough to be a good wrestler, you have to at least be competent at it. You have to understand hand fighting. Levy, another shot. Defended that time by Mitrovic.
Good job keeping the underhooks low.
Trying to pull her forward, listening to her corner. And she's coming. She is walking in very tall after the feints. 3 minutes to go. Trying to match that collar tie.
Man, this is just a testament to how high level each of these finals have been. This is our third final.
Yeah.
That is on its way to going to a judge decision if nothing changes.
Big
arm drag.
On the drag. Arm drag attempt. Off balance Mitrovic, but she was able to recover.
1 minute and 30 down in overtime.
Oh, looking to get in on a leg. Comes back up with it.
Gotta wonder, did Amanda Levy? Oh no, Amanda Levy's knee.
Something happened to her knee.
Let's go, Amanda, you're all right. Let's go, Amanda.
Amanda Levy fighting through the pain.
Something happened to her knee for sure.
No. She shoots in, but immediately is forced. She has to tap. Oh, Amanda Levy, unfortunate. A tough way for the match to end. Elizabeth Mitrovic is going to be going to the T-Mobile Arena, but Amanda Levy certainly such an unfortunate way for the match to end. Definitely hoping that Amanda will make a quick recovery.
whichever way that you want to win or lose the match. But let's face it, both of these.
A lot of respect for Amanda Levy. What a champion.
And going to the 2024 ADCC World Championships, Elizabeth Victorvich.
Gotta wonder what happened to Amanda Levy on the way in on that take. ADCC West Coast Trials Finals. Helena Cravar is about to take on Morgan Black.
The rematch. This is a rematch from East Coast Trials.
Mo Black was victorious versus the young and talented Helena Cravar, who's taken the Jiu-Jitsu world by storm. See if she can replicate that success here in the finals.
Mo Black, no easy run to get to here, going through Layla Watkins, Stephanie Klein, and Caitlin Huggins. Had a world champ right out the gate in this bracket for Mo. Helena coming through Vickers, Wright, and Luna. And then Nicole Matthew to get herself here in the rematch. And if you remember, it was a very, very close match at East Coast, and you had that tactical error where Helena had stood and then sat after the 3 seconds and got herself the negative, and then sat again in overtime, which is what ended up putting her down by the negative point.
Captain America coming to the ring right now, Helena Cravar of New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. Looking to get some revenge here on the main stage in the center of all 8 mats. And live on FloGrappling at the ADCC West Coast Trials. Immediately goes to shake referee Miguel Benitez's hand.
All black for Mo Black. Helena and the Stars and Stripes.
Fighting out of the red corner from Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Trials champion, representing Cavs BJJ. Let's hear it for Mo Black. And fighting out of the blue corner, from Austin, Texas, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, the East Coast Trials silver medalist, representing New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, Helena Crevar.
Running it back here in Vegas.
All right. Again, Crevar can't pull, so she'll have to wrestle here. Obviously known for her guard work, but she's a tremendous leg locker. Dangerous upper body submissions from the bottom. Dangerous lower body submissions from the bottom.
Grip and move, grip and move.
Something we see a lot about out of the new wave competitors is a heavy emphasis on the collar tie.
Yeah. Very smart, intelligent hand fighting. Black 2-on-1. And immediately switching to the other side. Crevar with a overhook, trying to step in for a little off balance. She'll keep on the collar. Black will stay on the 2-on-1. Oh, nice.
Nice attempt there from Mo Black.
Mercy grips here from Mo Black. Helena will get a high collar tie. See her keep slipping from that collar tie.
Oh, look at this.
Guillotine. Now just dragging her down. What a smart move. Again, let's understand, too, that if you even jump for a submission, that's still considered a guard pull. But if Helena were to get this front head, drag her down to where they're both on their knees, you can neutral that position out and then take bottom safely. Could be the plan. I don't know.
I would imagine she would want to go to where the match suits her best, which statistically would be her guard.
Yeah.
Mo Black in their last matchup did have a lot of success, actually, wading through the different guard attacks of Helena Crevar, even giving a couple good pass attempts of her own in that match.
I think something I'm noticing too with Mo Black is her winning inside position when she's trying to grip. When she doesn't have that 2-on-1, notice how she's trying to keep her thumbs inside, almost in the elbows and things like that, so she's not ending up on the outside of an over tie.
Looking for a quick duck under.
Heavy on this 2-on-1. She'll re-grip that. Over tie here from Crevar.
Looks like Helena is positioning her hips to look for that Uchimata.
Yeah, right? Every time when she has that overhook, it looks like she's trying to step in front. Now 2-on-1 here for Crevar. Switches it to a collar. And there's that overhook again. And you see Black matching the circle. You know what I mean? Like, as Helena circles towards her, Black is circling the same direction so that she's not closing that distance and able to step in front.
Now 2-on-1 from Mo Black.
Two-on-one again into that Russian.
Hanging heavy on that arm.
Yeah, able to free it. Got an underhook now.
Moving around to get head position.
30 seconds still points.
30 seconds. Man, it has me wondering if.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
like we
now
talked
she's
about that
stepping
Uchimata
in.
attempt.
And Black circling away from it.
Very important to keep the hips square in defense of that kind of attack.
Able to get that leg inside here.
And this is what Helena wants, in on a leg.
Correct. And not
Good
only in on a
response.
leg, but with 5 seconds to go till points, she's got herself to the bottom position safely, where she doesn't have to worry about being scored on.
Great strategy out of
Yeah.
Helena Crevar to adopt the bottom position there.
But took, 3 minutes and 50 seconds to work Mo, you know what I mean, to work Black, to circle with her, to make her hand fight, to give her a little bit of look back and not just be at bottom position.
In the corner of Helena Cravar, as you can see, legendary John Danaher.
Score on that.
As Helena Cravar gets top position here. That's going to give her 2 points.
Yeah, sweet points for Cravar. Still controlling that front head. And I think one thing you'll never see Helena do, turns that angle on that foot. We'll see that probably her other foot kick that top knee to free her heel. She's trying to lace through on a Darce. I can't see if that left arm is under.
Definitely a heavy crossface with that right arm.
Yeah, that left arm sneaking through. Is that what it's doing? Nah, you know what? Mo did a very good job of blocking that hand from getting past her shoulders towards her neck.
Almost with that foot free is Helena Cravar.
Goes to kick that top knee to free the heel. You could see she doesn't want to commit to really falling towards the hip because, listen, Black's still in a position where she can dogfight up to her knees and come across, right? So Helena is
really pushing to get that leg out.
And she gets it free. Black turns the turtle, just like we talked about. First hook is in, staying off on her side here. Let's see, Black obviously going to try to capture above the knee.
And Helena, as she maintains this control,
look how tight.
She is burning time off of the clock with this 2-point lead. It's going to take a big, it's really going to take a risk by Mo Black to get out of this position at this point.
And doing a very good job of covering Black, right? I mean, when she was in this leg ride position, she's covering the knees, she's covering the hips, she's covering the upper body. Like, very difficult for Black to build height to be able to do anything. Such a smart competitor at 17, you know what I mean? And there you see her step back again and move back to the leg ride. Rather than stay left leg past the hip, she pulls that leg back and moves to more of a leg ride. This might allow her to be able to get to guillotines from here. Cravar's going to get her first warning on top, and again, it's passivity. She's in the lead, so she's going to be the one that they're pushing to do more action, right? They're never going to let you try to coast here.
The ADCC judges wait about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
8 seconds of inactivity, and you better
you're
start
lucky.
moving. No, it's good. It pushes the sport to new levels of excitement.
And Cravar again, she stepped the leg back to move to a leg ride rather than stay with that left leg pass. Second warning now. And look at this.
Mo Black trying to go under for the deep half and power up on a
That's why she had to stay tight. That's why she had to stay tight. Now you got Black on the wrestle up, and smart move by Black. Now Black's going to be up on the feet. Helena trying to pull her back down again. If she can get her to her knees, she can neutral out this position. Black knows that too. She knows that she can't. She knows she's got to figure out a way to circle herself out of this lock so that she can go after.
10 seconds. Helena Cravar just continually trying to snap her down to the ground.
Puts her down. Oh, look at this. She might 4-pointer here.
And that is going to do it. Helena Cravar is going to the T-Mobile Arena for ADCC Worlds.
Wow.
The youngest ADCC Trials champion of all time, Helena Cravar of New Wave Jiu-Jitsu.
What a great story. Helena's such a great kid, too. Like, just polite kid. Every time you see her, she's just a joy to be around. To see her do what we all knew she could do, right? Come in, win a Trials, and get herself into the big show. What a huge accomplishment.
Mo Jasm's having a conversation on the side with Mo Black right now, getting up from his spot at the judges' table. Gotta wonder what kind of conversation's going on there, but we're gonna look at this replay. Jay, talk us through it.
All right, again, Cravar with that overhook. Here's what got her safely to the ground. Went for that Uchimata and got herself safe to the ground. This is where Mo Black went for that submission. It was as Helena was coming up, and Helena able to score the 2 here. And then this is the running out the clock. It puts her down with a guillotine with 5 seconds left. Almost 4-pointer here. Beautiful work from the 17-year-old New Wave prodigy.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on FloGrappling, Who's Number 123 live from Arlington, Texas on Friday, May 10th. The matches are going to start at 6 p.m. CST. The main card is going to feature the likes of Mika Galvão versus Tommy Langacker, Felipe Preguiça Pena versus Rafael Lovato Jr., and Nicky Ryan versus JT Torres. Do not miss it. It's on FloGrappling coming soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a quick break. We'll be back for our next match.
It's time for the under 55 kilogram division. Please welcome Alex Enriquez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Jake Watson, Jay Regobuto on the mic. Alex Enriquez making her way to the ring. She'll be taking on Jasmine Rocha. The inclusion of the under 55 kilogram division, Jay, this is the first ADCC that we're going to be seeing. And give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so, and I think what's so important about this division is there were so many girls that were doing the -60 that were so underweight. There's these females that are here today. This division is theirs. This is what they walk at. This is the division for them. And with 4 of the brackets down and 4 more to go, this one here I feel was one of the most stacked brackets when you look at amount of competitors to amount of competitors that could win it. Like, this was a stacked division. Jasmine, multiple-time trials silver medalist, South American, North American, looking to finally blast through and take a gold here. Lost to Alex Enriquez at the East Coast Trials.
Perhaps the reason for this song, New Dawn, New Day. Jasmine Rocha, daughter of Wagner Rocha, but by no means living in a shadow.
Not at all. Neither of his children are. All white for Rocha, all black for Enriquez. Rocha like a sniper from bottom. She could be on a triangle, an arm lock, guillotine so quick. Enriquez incredibly well-rounded.
Yeah, we're seeing sort of a similar story in a lot of these finals, Jay. A competitor with an incredible wrestling, like a traditional wrestling pedigree, versus a jiu-jitsu athlete with good wrestling fundamentals.
Yes.
Florida, your East Coast Trials silver medalist, representing Wagner Rocha Martial Arts, Professor Jasmine Rocha.
And here we go. The last female match of the day, the under 55 kilogram division.
Heavy on the head early for Enriquez. Yeah, looking to pull to a front head. 2-on-1. See if she tries to roll through on this. Oh, snaps to try to get to the back here.
Elevation by Jasmine Rocha to mitigate some of that tight pressure by Alex Enriquez. And now she's on her back.
And again, she's able to get to the mat safely there off the takedown and immediately getting that guard high, right?
We talked a little bit during the bracket portion of these divisions how a lot of the competitors who competed in the ADCC Open have seen incredible results in the trials that they've competed at. And Jasmine Rocha is no stranger to the ADCC rule set, competing at the ADCC Denver Open, winning double silver and getting double gold at both the Orlando and the Dallas Open. So very active in that regard.
Her and her brother come out, coach all day, coach the kids all day, adults all day, and they jump in and kill it in their divisions.
I had a chance to speak with Jasmine after her performance at the Denver Open, and she had said that one of the biggest differences in her career is her working with a sports psychologist. And she said that has had an incredible impact on her mentality.
Yes.
And we've seen it. She's making it to the finals of the West Coast Trials, and there is something about the confidence that she brings to these tournaments. Once again, big elevation and remaining in the guard.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that is where, and you see her trying to pull Enriquez closer, and I'll tell you, this is where Jasmine can do some damage, is when she has you tight like this and she has access to your upper body where she can snatch an arm, snatch the triangles. Again, you see the arm already coming over top. Kang off to her right side. Enriquez brings that knee over to split. 2-on-1 to that far side. Enriquez steps over both, looking to butterfly herself, but Jasmine elevates again. Second time she's had success with not going over top with it, but seeing that she can elevate her enough.
But what that's going to do is it's going to cause Alex Enriquez to approach the guard pass in a different way. You don't want to get elevated over and over and over again, because that can lead into a leg entanglement of some sort, like you see Jasmine Rocha threatening right here on that right side.
And you would get elevated by playing this close to Jasmine, right? That's why I thought maybe Enriquez might play, again, a looser game like we've talked about in a few of the earlier matches to kind of drag Jasmine towards her, you know, rather than move into Jasmine, if that makes sense.
Yes. Wagner Rocha in the corner of Jasmine Rocha. Very animated coach.
Yeah,
in the corner.
you want to know what one of the smartest corners for this rule set that I've had the pleasure of listening to as a judge. You know, as far as somebody that understands what needs to happen, not only to win, but to score and not be scored on. That's, you know, such an advantage to have in your corner. And then it'd be your father.
Yeah, perhaps having the match of the tournament at 2022 ADCC Worlds versus Isaac Michel. And it was that sort of strategy and that knowledge of the rules that got him to win that match, now coaching his daughter. Arm drag attempt. Jasmine Rocha came into this final with a victory over Tammy Musamesi.
Staying tight again.
Alex Enriquez victorious over Amanda Bruce in her semifinal.
Oh man, they had the from round of 16 on. These ladies had nothing but monsters that they had to get through.
Another guillotine attempt. Very powerful pass attempt over and over with this guillotine by Alex Enriquez.
We're about 20 seconds to points here. A little eye poke. Jasmine says, I'm good, keep going.
That's 3 eye pokes, Jay.
3. Not that we're keeping track, but 3 out of 5 matches. Now this is more where, all right, points on that. Let's see if.
Yeah, let's see if the pace changes.
Yeah, if Enriquez picks up the pace or changes the strategy.
And the same can be said for Jasmine Rocha. She's been very patient on bottom. Largely trying to meet Enriquez on the way in.
Yeah. And again, I see Enriquez more staying with that loose passing to get herself here. Trying to control that top leg. Push off from Rocha.
My goodness, Jasmine Rocha pushes off in the turtle now. One hook in.
What a move from Rocha.
Spinning for the back. Got to be careful not to get off the top. But one hook in now.
She's got the double under, so it's going to help her from losing, like having her chest go too far past the shoulders. Man, if I'm her now, I am and look at that, trying to fight that foot to the bottom side so she could triangle off on the far side of the hip. Threatening with the right arm here is Rocha.
Smart move by Jasmine Rocha.
And you see Enriquez, she's going to have to.
Is this a choke opportunity?
Oh,
she's got the arm around the neck.
It's going to make Enriquez pull her arm up, and she's going to be able to get that hook in, and she does. She's going to score here.
Oh, this looks like it could be tight. Enriquez trying to fight off that hand.
Oh, it's on the mandible, too. This is tight.
Not quite under the chin like I thought initially.
Wow.
But control of the back in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Got her 3.
And now once again locking it in.
Rocha going palm to palm. Enriquez able to clear that arm over top, and that started from a little push kick from Rocha, followed her up, and to not get scored on, what happened? She had to show her back, and Jasmine knew that and jumped right on it. Beautiful work.
Jasmine has tried and tried and tried and gotten so close on so many different occasions to get her ticket to the ADCC Worlds. And if she can control the East Coast Trials champion for the next minute and 45 seconds, she will punch her ticket to the T-Mobile Arena, Jay.
Yeah, what a great strategy to move to the scoring position from Rocha. Again, Enriquez is such a hard person to sweep and hold down. But in this situation, to not be scored on, you have to put yourself at a disadvantage, and Rocha just jumped all over the opportunity.
That's where that experience comes in, competing in the ADCC rule set all the time. There's an ADCC Open in a different state pretty much every month, and Jasmine Rocha's at a lot of them.
110, Jazz. 110
and 110. Enriquez is not only going to have to get herself out of this position, but either get to the back herself, get a guard pass. Like, she's got a lot of work to do in a minute.
Jasmine Rocha flattening the hips out to respond to that turn, just under 1 minute, up by 3.
She knows.
Preemptive showboating by Jasmine Rocha.
They're getting very close to the crowd here. Trying to come across. Oh, she's got it sunk in again here. Right
Hard to
across
tell
the
how deep
chin.
this is.
Oh, it's under
underneath
now.
the chin. Could this be it? Jasmine Rocha wins ADCC Trials. The Rochas are going to the T-Mobile Arena.
What a beautiful moment, Wagner.
She finally makes it happen.
Wow, what a finish. And again, strategy.
And what a moment that family gets to share. Jasmine Rocha with the performance of her life across the weekend, Jay Regobuto.
Tough matches.
How about that?
I mean, taking out Musumeci last round and now taking out Alex Enriquez, and she's in. Wow.
How about that? How about that, Jasmine Rocha? Let's take a look at the replay. Jasmine Rocha comes out.
Here it is.
And like you said, right here, Jay.
What's she gonna do? She has to turn away to not be scored on and show the back. Jasmine had the double unders, so her chest moving past the shoulders wasn't going to be an issue. Slides that single hook in, throws the threat, had to bring the hands up so she could figure 4. What strategy, following through on it, able to even get the finish on this. What a beautiful, beautiful work by Jasmine Rocha.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We got Andrew Tackett versus J-Rod coming up next. Gosh, I'm so excited, Jay. The next matches are coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the mat right now is Jacob Rodriguez. In my excitement, Jay Regalbuto joining me on the mic. I said that Andrew Tackett was going in. It would be the under 77 kilogram division final. My bad. Everything is happening so exciting here at the Westgate Ballroom. It is William Tackett versus Jacob Rodriguez in the under 88 kilogram division final. And Jay, this is a rematch of a match that happened at the East Coast Trials, a battle between two West Coast Trials champions.
Yeah, J-Rod came off that loss to Jacob Couch where he got an ankle lock pretty hard, and William able to ankle lock him fairly quickly too, I believe. So I'm glad to see this as a healthy rematch where both athletes are healthy, because these two are so exciting, so incredible. Both West Coast Trials champions from last year, 77 and 88.
Yes.
Out of the red corner from Austin, Texas, the 2022 West Coast 77 kilogram Trials champion, representing Team Checkmat Fight Factory, Professor William Tackett. And fighting out of the blue corner, also from Austin, Texas, the 2022 West Coast Trials 88 kilogram champion, representing B-Team Jiu-Jitsu, Jay Rodriguez.
The Black Belt Slayer 2.0.
J-Rod in the white camo for Tackett.
Immediately looking for that knee pick is William Tackett.
You know, I like Tackett's approach of getting started early here, because J-Rod can overwhelm you when he starts motion. It's very hard to stop the frenzy that's happening, you know? So I think it's very smart for Tackett to be very offensive with his wrestling early.
Big snap down.
Yeah, he's so talented from everywhere now, J-Rod. Such a short time in the sport. Again, I was lucky enough to have him start.
Oh, look at this.
In Jersey, look at this.
And on a single.
Body
Round
locked
to the
up.
back, and this is what William
wow.
Tackett wants. In on the power half now. He's going to try to use this to put the hook in, sliding off the back a little bit.
J-Rod is like Houdini. He's an escape artist, and he might end up
and he ends up on top.
Look at this. And this is what I mean. When he starts moving, he doesn't stop.
See if William Tackett can look to lock the legs. Chris Wojcik in the semifinal really struggled to wrap up Jacob Rodriguez.
Nice
Look at
wrestle up
this.
off that X. Again, gets behind him again, and they're going to restart them in the center.
And the gas tank on both of these competitors. I mean, they've had a great many matches across the weekend, and they still look fresh out there.
Oh, yeah. Both these two got gas tanks. Tiring these two is not an easy task.
Stepping over and squaring the hips off, William Tackett now has the body lock.
Now we'll get to check out. Oh, he's already passed outside control. Obviously, he'll be aware of the buggy, but that doesn't mean that they're still not there. Although, I'm sure J-Rod has evolved quite a bit since his buggy choke days.
2 minutes till points.
William Tackett controlling that far side arm. Looks like he's going to start moving north-south here. Yes, he will. Good job winning back inside position for J-Rod. Putting the hands on the side will push him back into side control. Good job from Tackett of making sure he's maintaining north-south. Again, if J-Rod is going to wrestle up on you, right, or if he's going to buggy choke you, it needs to happen
on the side.
Yeah,
yes.
It needs to happen from the side, or his hips in front of you. Staying north-south takes all of those vulnerabilities away, and you see J-Rod almost trying to force him back to side control by pummeling that bottom arm through. Now it gets caught stapled here. J-Rod looking to
Look
come
at this.
up.
Just get up.
Yeah, he's
Look at
almost
this. In
to
on the
reverse
legs now. Possibly looking for a toe hold.
Crossed off on the feet.
Will we see our first toe hold submission of the finals?
He's going to have to keep that secondary leg engaged. Because
Oh, goodness grief! William Tackett!
Wow!
Finds the unconventional heel hook. two-time ADCC West Coast Trials champion.
Wow, William Tackett. From that reverse guard, he's able to land that toe hold, and that's, you've seen Abraham Lamontagne from New Wave hit that a ton in the opens, and that's that toe hold, and man, you have to keep your feet crossed. Once they come uncrossed, you're in a danger zone, and Tackett exploited it. What a fun match, even leading to that point, but.
And the Tackett family's so excited. Let's take a look at the replay, Jay. I mean, a really great battle and a lot of fun moments, especially at the beginning. J-Rod and William Tackett exchanging back control on a few different occasions. Jacob Rodriguez nearly making good use of that passing. But look, he gets his hand over the top and turns it into sort of a hybrid of a toe hold and a heel hook. So much torque and pressure on that.
I mean, when you need the torque for this to be toes going down to the butt, what better way than to get that other hand that's further away that can pull it even harder down. Fantastic work.
It's going to be Taza and Tackett next. This time, Andrew Tackett really is taking the center of the mat. We'll be right back. Here in the final performances of these athletes. Give me your thoughts on the event so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, just in these finals, we've had decisions, we have points winners, we've had submissions. All have been exciting. All showed you how, even if this rule set takes it all the way to the distance, it can be exciting. If it's just a points win, it can be exciting. If it's a submission, obviously, they're always exciting. And this tournament has just been that the entire weekend. You know, even the Open Friday was just packed with talent, man.
Everybody wants a piece of ADCC, and this man, Oliver Taza, no stranger to the biggest stages in the world. Coming into this tournament, Jay, he has an absolutely crazy statistic. Out of 166 wins coming into the West Coast Trials, he has 100 submissions. That's a 60% submission rate. We'll see if he can put that to use and add to that statistic against this man, Andrew Tackett, who has seemingly become more powerful with every cheer of the crowd, just gaining momentum like a snowball going down a hill.
Brother of 88-kilogram champion William Tackett is Andrew Tackett, looking for his first bid to the World Championships. Got a handful in front of him with Taza. One of the most exciting grapplers on the planet in Andrew Tackett.
Those of you guys who tuned into Who's Number One, when Andrew Tackett fought in the bracket on the Night of Champions, had a match with PJ Barch that was so epic he threw out his back. And was forced to be sidelined from competition for a little bit.
That's what kept him out of East Coast.
Came back to West Coast, now he's in the final.
Andrew Tackett.
Tackett and Taza.
All right, heavy on the fence and heavy on the head right off the start. Peel that elbow, peel that elbow.
Taza possesses such great wrestling fundamentals. Saw him in his match versus Tynan Dalbra, just really was able to mitigate a lot of what Tynan was doing
for a large portion of the match, just with this very simple style that he has. He has a great single leg. And Andrew Tackett is able to create situations off of his wrestling that leads a lot of the times to the back, and some pretty dynamic submission entries as well.
Yeah, you kind of see that whole New Wave team with that, you know, same very intelligent hand fighting system. It fatigues, it sets up, it creates angles, it creates
big bite on the fake,
right? It creates unevens where when I can make those shoulders turn, now I can move, now I can get to the leg, now I can get to the hip. Simplifies the process, especially when you're not going against another traditional wrestler.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, John Danaher has been in the corner of some of MMA's greatest. I mean, George St. Pierre, for instance, known as perhaps the greatest wrestler in MMA of all time. Never even wrestled. And so New Wave is getting a lot of that same wisdom.
Taza pops back up.
A lot of heavy hitters in the New Wave corner. Helena Cravar, ADCC West Coast Trials champion this weekend. Dan Monasoyu going to Worlds. Gary Tonin. Giancarlo Badoni.
Champion.
Cody Steele. William Tackett in the corner of Andrew Tackett. Oh, look at this.
Jumps into a leg, but that is going to get him the negative if he doesn't get back up.
Andrew Tackett
just
throwing.
Definitely chanced it there.
Who does that?
Yeah.
In the finals of ADCC West Coast Trials.
Chances it. I got nervous for a second. Like, does he know? Again, even the flying submissions, even jumping to an armbar, jumping to a guillotine.
In the corner of Andrew Tackett right there, William Tackett, who we just saw win by dynamic submission with that toe hold, heel hook combo on Jacob Rodriguez.
Lower stance. There we go.
A little feint there from Tackett. Taza looking for that underhook. He'll take that underhook and then he'll run it across the body, trying to tap that far side knee. 2-on-1 now. Tackett.
Big double leg by Andrew Tackett, lands directly inside control.
Now again, there's not going to be any points for that. Taza's not penalized for now being the bottom player, anything like that.
Got to fix the hair.
Always. Andrew's such a good kid.
We're past that near side frame. Go. Heavy shoulder pressure to get a connection with our hands.
Taza trying to off balance on the far side. You see him V-gripping on that armpit. He'll try to push away from him just to clear the space to come back to the inside. You'll see hard push away. And Tackett, very smart, followed him around to that side.
Look at the back take.
Hits. Look at this. He might almost be there, Jake. Good job of Taza turning through and opting to stay on the bottom just from a much better position than he was in before.
40 seconds until points.
Holding on to that ankle. Inverts through. Good job from Tackett of keeping that top leg away. You see that V-grip on that far side leg.
Needs to keep the leg separated, trying to walk out of the leg and take him in situation, and he does. 20 seconds till points.
Oh, and Taza chooses to stand back up, especially with 20 seconds to go here. Just shows you the confidence Taza has in his wrestling, you know? Because he can't just sit now. All right,
single leg attempt from Taza.
Oh, look at this, beautiful single, trying to follow it.
Going right out of bounds and crashing into Trey Robinson of FloGrappling.
Trey turned the shoulder, looked like he was going to try to drop him.
Points. Big shot from Tackett. Is heating up, Jay.
Yeah, you see both getting, picks up the leg. Taza's so good at that too. Just quick little pickups on the leg.
It's so simple. He just reaches down, sort of like Ben Askren, just reaches down for that single leg and makes it happen.
Trying cradled off here, trying to put him on his back. Stand back up.
Smart by Tackett.
Yeah, Taza would have been okay at that point to pull.
This is the third successful single leg by Taza.
Taza staying on it, keeping that leg, And when he's keeping that near side leg, oh.
And look at Andrew Tackett with the athletic movement to regain top position and force the back.
Taza fighting here to not get scored on. Oh,
and this is where Andrew Tackett shines, Jay.
Wow, that's going to 3-point there.
3 points for Andrew Tackett in a position where he finds so much success.
3 minutes to go, too. A lot of time to work. Again, when you think about what has to happen here, like 3-0 doesn't sound like a lot of points, right? It seems like one score. You got to escape. Now you got to either pass, you got to get to the back, or you're going to have to score twice on a 2-point move. So a lot of work needs to be done here for Taza. So
and not a lot of time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to make that all happen, Jay.
And listen, he's almost through to get himself back to a guard. Not really. Goes back through.
We got 2 minutes. Don't lose
2:10 to go.
You need some type of contact on him. Don't lose his shoulder.
For a second, I almost thought that the referee, based on his hand motion, was going to award another 3 points, but
it could have been on the roll through where he actually went inside and kind of spun inside that control. But it wasn't long enough. If he was mounted, he would have got the score on the mount, but it was teetering, so.
Tackett really working for this choke, and Taza is just not giving an inch, really trying to get out of here, but he's got 1 minute, 35 seconds.
Yeah, Tackett's a menace from here, too.
Time not on Taza's side here.
And he's figure four'd off with his hooking leg across, and Taza.
120.
Good job of pummeling to get that foot back inside. One-on-one control. Rolls him through so that triangle's on the top side. 3 minutes, 60 seconds. 3-0 for Tackett, 60 seconds to go.
1 minute. Good.
What a story the Tackett brothers have had on the weekend. And Oliver Taza is just, it got to be one of the best trials competitors of all time.
Yeah.
Makes it to the finals of pretty much every trials he enters into.
Yeah, he's at least semifinals, right?
Yeah.
At least in the Euros and the European trials and the North American trials. Again, he's got 30 seconds to, he's going to have to get out and score or get out and finish Tackett in 20 seconds, and that is a very, very difficult thing to do. I think we're going to see the brother option happen here, where both Tacketts are going to win back-to-back. Now if that turns through here, he's going to score him.
And now the mount. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Tackett is going to the T-Mobile Arena in the same car as William Tackett. They're both going to the World Championship.
Wow, what a feeling. Yo, how cool is it, like, we've seen it with Jasmine, that we get to see it with Tackett, and just that family, just love. What a great weekend for the Tacketts. Fixing that hair. What a match.
That man got more powerful with every match.
Taking out Varela, taking out Taza. Like, no easy run here for Andrew. Wow. Amazing work from the Tacketts.
Great sportsmanship out of Taza as well. Such an incredible competitor.
Really is. On and off the mats, Taza's class act.
So here's a look, Jay. That daring attack earlier on in the match by Andrew Tackett.
Man, did it pay off. And then there was this double right into side control.
Taza has remained so aggressive, and this looked like a great opportunity for him to potentially take the match. But Andrew Tackett is so creative. It's so unorthodox. It's hard to prepare for any of the movements that he does. Takes the back.
Right, not to get scored on. What's Taza got to do? Show him his back.
Exactly. You've talked about that a lot this weekend. It's just such an important part of the ADCC rule set.
I mean, when you think about takedowns, sweeps, knee on belly, mount, you think of all those scoring situations. I'm going to tell you that the back scores more than all of them combined.
DeAndre Corbet and Keith Krikorian is our final match of the night. Don't go anywhere. We're going to a quick commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this, the final match of the day in the under 66 kilogram division. The 2022 ADCC West Coast Trials champion, Keith Krikorian, is back in the final, this time versus DeAndre Corbet of Standard Jiu-Jitsu. I'm Jake Watson, joined by Jay Rebabuto. Jay, give me your thoughts on this matchup.
Yeah, listen, Keith, multiple-time ADCC veteran, multiple-time trials champion, multiple-time silver medalist in the tournament as well. Took fourth at West Coast, or at East Coast, taking on DeAndre Corbet. Corby's first bid here at the finals of a trials. Again, very well rounded. Here's Corbet taking out his brother Gavin in the semifinals. Very technical.
In the corner of DeAndre Corbet is Greg Saunders, and Keith Krikorian of 10th Planet is coming down to the mat. Keith defeated Josh Cisneros in the final of the West Coast Trials that we had mentioned before. He's a very balanced approach, utilizes very effective leg attacks, but is able to get up on the wrestling, wrestling attacks so effectively as well. It's just a very balanced and a great mix, yeah, I would say, in terms of styles.
Yeah, great wrestling, really good wrestling, very good, passer, very good, very dynamic from the bottom. Known as one of the best leg lockers in the weight class for sure.
So Keith comes into this final, Jay, with a 100% submission rate at the West Coast Trials. That is even more momentum than he was coming into last Trials with, that he won in 2022. He's going to need all the momentum in the world to take out that man.
Black and white for Krikorian, black and gold for Corbet.
DeAndre Corbet. Fighting out of the blue corner from San Diego, the 2022 West Coast Trials 66 kilogram champion, representing 10th Planet, Keith Krikorian.
All right, Krikorian at Corbet.
Miguel Benitez ready to get us underway. Here we go. Final match of the day. DeAndre Corbet, a 5-time ADCC Open gold medalist in Atlantic City, Toronto, Canada, Ottawa, Canada, Denver, and Dallas. World traveler.
He put the work in. He put the work in to get the experience in the rule set, and it's clearly paid off.
One thing that I mentioned in their semifinal match that we got to commentate earlier today, where Gavin Corbet and DeAndre Corbet actually squared off, they are both full-time engineers.
Yeah,
they train when they're done with work.
Yeah. Both so talented.
And had an opportunity to talk with Greg Saunders about the kind of lifestyle that they live, and the word that he used, he said, if I could describe them in one word, it is disciplined.
Yeah.
They take everything incredibly seriously. Their sleep, they don't waste a minute of their day.
Krikorian almost on the front head. Oh, nice. Look, a little throw by and feint to that backside leg. Krikorian in on a shot, trying to come up with it.
Has a hook around the left leg.
Yeah, he'll safely get himself to the ground.
You really notice that he knows the rule set of ADCC well. He did stick to that for over 3 seconds.
Yeah, he might not have pushed enough. I'm trying to see if they... Yeah, they did. They are giving him the negative.
I rescind my previous statement.
Yeah, and again, what they're looking for is you to attempt a takedown, pick up a leg, drive into it. You know what I mean? For 3 seconds. Now listen, when you're out there 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, your heart's beating. That seems like it's happening a lot faster than it really is. And he just took to that bottom position a bit too early, and already getting an action call on top too. So they're not waiting. So Corby currently in the lead by -1. Corby staying tight. He doesn't have his hands clasped together. He just has his left arm very deep underneath with that top arm trap to Krikorian. Krikorian on the lockdown, and he's got both hands clasped around that leg, and he's going to try to start, whipping, where he's going to try to bring the weight forward. A second action call on top, and an action means nothing. It just means get working kind of thing. It's not a warning or anything like that. It doesn't play into any kind of decision. It's just, I need you to keep working. And again, like I said, especially when you're the person who's in the lead, like the one thing they're not going to let you do is pull back,
DeAndre, very explosive. One little opening can turn into so much. And you see it right there, trying to pass that arm through, pass to the outside. Krikorian inverting.
Locks off. Yeah, locks off this reverse guard here. Or no, he is between the legs. So he's trying to get Ashi'd up here to the outside.
Now spinning underneath, in on a leg.
Corby pushes that weight forward, trying to get that foot hidden, but Keith.
This is where Keith wants to be.
Passing it off.
In on the leg still. DeAndre trying to move side to side.
Trying to keep that foot high, too. You see how he keeps trying to push that either into the armpit or up by his head. Just trying to keep it out of harm's way. You see him sliding that leg. You see Tackett do that a lot. William Tackett's very good at that, sliding that foot all the way up past the armpit so it stays out of harm's way.
And DeAndre Corby hiding his heel by pointing his toes completely away from Keith. That leads to what a lot of people call the running escape.
Yeah. Now he's 50-50 off here. Man, that went quick, that 4 minutes.
Oh, my gosh, I know. You spoke about the heartbeat seeming like time is going faster than it is. I feel like my heart's been beating this entire match. Trying to spin for the back, DeAndre Corby. Oh, and he's got the seatbelt.
Wow. He's got that upper body control. Let's see how patient he is here. Krikorian trying to block that bottom hip, trying to make himself small and shrink out of there. Corby, is he
trying to square off the hips?
Is he seatbelted? He's seatbelted, so he does have an arm that's over the shoulder that Keith might be able to sneak out the back door in. Oh, Corby's not even looking for the...
DeAndre Corby really likes to throw this triangle from from the back position. He's so effective with it. Man, and now flattening Keith out.
He's crossed
and looking
off
for the choke.
Keith trying to push that far side leg out, and he does get his 3.
What a moment for DeAndre Corby.
Corby technically up by 4 here. Right, because that point negative is just like it seems, right? It's just a minus point, so Corby up by 4.
Such a strong competitor in this under 66 kilogram division.
Really is, and now again, you're in that situation where there's 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. You got to score, twice just to get this thing back tied.
And this whole situation happened off of him taking the back, off of Keith Krikorian's leg attack.
Leg attack, correct, yeah. Well, like you were saying, dude, he's explosive. Now he's got a hook out. If he were to insert this hook back in, he would score again.
216, Keith. Down by 3. Down by 4. Keep that left knee high. Rotate all the way through, Keith. All the way through. All the way through.
Tight head and arm position here for Corby. He's going to try to enter again, and he does. I don't know if that was in long enough here, and he didn't figure 4 off yet. Now he's going to score again, and he's going to be He's going to be up 6 points. Krikorian with a negative, so he's up 7 right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a lot to make up for. Flattens him out here. Heavy pressure coming forward for Corby, trying to labor Krikorian's ability to spin through, build height, everything like that. We got a minute 15 to go here in the 66 kilogram final. Corby on the back of Krikorian.
And the door is slowly closing for Keith Krikorian to make the comeback.
Yeah.
It's just such a tough spot to get out of. I mean, you have to go through so many different motions and different procedures to get out of a position like this. The body lock is on the outside. He's wrapped in a seatbelt.
Yeah. At this point, he's got to finish him. They're going to go warning on the back. Yeah, they're going warning on the back. He wants them to continue to try to finish. That's what I mean. When you have a lead, they're looking for you to keep pushing the pace, not slow it down. Corey trying to roll through here, but he's got 30 seconds to try to ditch Corby off his back and finish him.
Time is winding down in favor of DeAndre Corbe. And with 20 seconds left, Jay, I'm pretty sure a bow has been put on this one. DeAndre Corbe is not going to lose this position.
No.
He stops the momentum that Keith Krikorian had coming into this bracket. And he secures his spot in the World Championship. DeAndre Corbe is going to the T-Mobile Arena.
Big hug to the brother, Gavin Corby. Wow. Standard Jiu-Jitsu going to send their first person to an ADCC World Championship, and it's going to be DeAndre Corby. 6-0 victory over former trials champion Keith Krikorian.
What a crazy weekend for the Corbe brothers. DeAndre Corbe, his signature samurai slash.
Man, what a weekend for DeAndre.
What a weekend in general. This whole tournament was unreal, Jay. I mean, the matches across the entire weekend, even yesterday on FloZone, those were following along. We had so many high-level displays of jiu-jitsu throughout the entire weekend. The finals were epic. Jake, give me your thoughts. We're gonna watch the replay, and then I want to hear your thoughts on the weekend as a whole. Scratch that, Jay. We're not doing a replay. Just got it from our little birdie in our ear. But let me hear your thoughts on the weekend.
Yeah, I think what a big story, like the weekend was amazing in general. Just so many good matches. But I think the big story is watching some of these youngsters that have been trying to get in finally make their bid. Helena finally getting in, Jasmine finally getting in, DeAndre finally getting in, Andrew Tackett finally getting in. You know, this is something that these people have been pursuing for so long. To see them go through the most stacked ADCC, you know, 1,000 competitors in this, and be the ones to punch their ticket, you know, to the Worlds in August. Just an amazing, amazing thing to see.
Well, it's been an incredible weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on FloGrappling, the upcoming live events that we have exclusively on FloGrappling, April 5th, that's Fight to Win 250. Subversion will be on April 6th. Fight to Win 251 will be on April 12th. On April 19th, Fight to Win 252. ADCC Montreal Open is April 20th, and the IBJJF Brasileiro is April 20th through the 28th. And don't forget, all these athletes just punched their ticket to the World Finals at the T-Mobile Arena. You can catch all of the 2024 ADCC World Championship coverage right here on FloGrappling. The action's going to go down just down the road from here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and we'll have every second of it live on FloGrappling.com. It's the best grapplers on earth. August 17th and 18th, don't miss it. We're going to run some replays for you guys to enjoy while we sign off. I'm Jake Watson at Jake Watson Media. This is Jay Regalbuto. Smash pass, Jay Regalbuto. We have certainly enjoyed bringing you the commentary, and we'll see you next time on FloGrappling.